Hey guys! So I'm really excited because we're doing this cool series where my sisters and I each share stories of how we relate to the songs on the album. This week we're doing Cars and Parking Lots, which is my favorite song on the album. And I just shared my story of how I relate to the song on our Instagram and on my Instagram too. So you guys should definitely check that out and read my story. And I can't wait to read your guys' stories too. That song's pretty sad, so the stories will probably be a little more sad. But it's so epic. And if you're in that situation where it's like you like someone and then it's the first time you see them with someone else, it's so relatable. It just gets you in the heart. So yeah, I'm happy that it's on the album and I'm excited to know how you guys are relating to it too. So I can't wait to read your guys' stories and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Also, if you like my t-shirt, Sad Girls Club, it's very comfortable, very cute, and it is available on our merch store. So you should definitely check it out and get yourself a Sad Girls Club t-shirt. So I kind of want to do a Q&A with you guys. So if anybody wants to send me some questions, I just don't know why my hair just flicked. I would love to answer them because I haven't really talked to you guys much in a little while. So I would love to chat with you all. So yeah, send me some questions. You can send them on here or you can tweet me and I will answer them in the next hour. Okay, can't wait. First question is, what is the best way to manage anxiety? I really like this question because I've struggled with anxiety for my entire life, and I think I've gotten a lot better at managing it than I was when I was a kid and a teenager. So I would say my best way of managing anxiety is really just taking care of myself. So that looks different for everyone, and I feel like I've said this a million times, but for new people who haven't heard it, I love writing in my journal. I love talking with friends about what's going on in my life, going on long walks. That's honestly been my saving grace, and listening to music that I relate to that helps express whatever feelings that I'm going through. Honestly, the combination of those things has helped me so much, and to just be able to sit there and have your anxiety but not do anything self-destructive to yourself is a really, really powerful thing. So yeah, that's my best advice for dealing with anxiety. I hope that helps a little bit. Someone asked me, how do you write poems? That is a really good question, but also a really hard question because I've also been writing poetry since I was really, really young. And so for me, it's a very subconscious process. I don't really feel I consciously am I want to write a poem. I'm kind of just living my life. And hopefully that's not annoying to somebody that's trying to get into writing poetry, but if you are trying to get into writing poetry and that doesn't happen for you, I would just say be honest about your feelings and don't judge yourself and don't put rules and constrictions on your poetry. Just let the words come out of you, and then afterwards, if you want, you can judge them, but I don't really think you need to judge them anyway. So that's my, advice for writing poetry. This is a good one and really interesting. It's first thing that comes to mind when I hear the lyric, which is also from our song Cars and Parking Lots. While he's erasing me, I'm drawing him. I just think about being a teenager and being so into all of these guys that were not into me, and just feeling invisible, and just, I don't know, that aching feeling of this person that is never gonna notice you, but you can't stop thinking about them. It is literally the worst feeling in the world, and at one point I got so sick of it that I would just would not allow myself to like people anymore, because I was like people that didn't like me, because I was just this torture, I cannot do it anymore. Okay, so someone asked, how are your monthly challenges going? And so I feel bad because I posted a lot about my first challenge and then I didn't really post about the second too. I had a challenge for September, October, and November, just for my own personal life. But they actually went really well, and I did really focus on each challenge. This month's challenge was to focus on inner beauty and learning about that. And so I've been just watching a lot of YouTube videos, listening to podcasts, reading books about just different, aspects of character and virtues and morals, and trying to think deeper, and it's been really, really beautiful, and I feel I'm learning a lot about myself and also just the quality of inner beauty. So someone asked me about journaling because she said she thinks she's doing it wrong. Something I've really learned about journaling is that journaling doesn't really do anything for you unless you're very, very honest. So which I used to journal like this and just be dear journal, today I went on a walk, and just make a list of what I was doing. Also including everything that I was feeling as I go along. So it's like a mixture of, and maybe you don't know what you're feeling, so you're just kind of like telling a story, and then you're sitting there and you're like, how did I feel in that moment? And just kind of like reflect on it, and the feelings will come to you. But I think that's like a very complete, healthy way to journal, and journaling can change your life. Tips on conversations. So I love talking to people, and I definitely talk a lot, but I also try to be a really good listener, because I know how it feels so good when people listen to me when I'm like sharing with them. So I would say my best tips for conversation are, number one is reading. So I honestly, I would say 80% of my best conversations revolve around a good book that I read. Reading is like fuel for conversations. And then the next thing is just having a genuine interest in the person that you're talking to. So like, for me, I genuinely want to know people's stories. I want to know what they've been through, why they are the way they are, why they feel the way they do. And figuring that out is really fascinating to me. So I think just genuinely, like, when someone knows that you genuinely care about who they are and what they've been through, then that just makes for like a really amazing conversation. Here's a good one, and also kind of random, which is, how do you fall asleep? So I think there's a lot of things about sleep that like you can't control, such as like hormones. I think that might be a big problem for a lot of like insomnia people. But for what you can control, for me, I only have sleep problems when I have a racing mind much time, but I cannot go to sleep unless I read a little bit and do some writing before I go to bed. And that helps me just like center and calm my thoughts down. And apparently the motion of your eyes going back and forth on a page is really like soothing. And so I think reading and writing, especially, but also you can't read things that make you think too deeply right before bed, because then you're not going to fall asleep. So it's got to be something that's like a little bit lighter and just like soothing, the right type of book. Okay, so this is going to be my last question, and I really, really like this question. But somebody asked, what do you like about each of your sisters? And also, in case you didn't know this, disclaimer, I also have 5 brothers. So there are 11 kids in our family. So my sisters, Christina, let's start with her, she's the oldest. I really like how Christina is a very genuine person. She's not fake at all. She's just like herself, and she doesn't like try to pretend to be somebody else, which is really cool. I also admire how she's very protective of the underdog. So like a lot of people are intimidated by Christina, but really in her heart, she's very protective, and she cares a lot about like the outcasts. Like she like, I don't know, she takes people under her wing a lot, and she just has a very big heart under like a very passionate personality. Lisa, my little sister right below me, I really like how Lisa is very funny. She's hilarious, and she's really like unique. Like there's no one like her. Doesn't try to be. So it's really cool how Lisa is very self-aware. So she's not like, I don't know, I feel like she knows her own thoughts and her own motivations, and she doesn't have like this disconnect. Like she is very in touch with herself, which is like a really good quality to have. Amy is just like really joyful. She's very loyal. She's a really good friend and a good sister. So like, she's kind of the sister that I feel like I could always count on. She's very stable, and like, even though she goes through a lot of things, but like in terms of being there for me, she's very constant, and I can always like depend on her to be there for me. Lauren is incredible. I love Lauren so much. She has like the most amazing personality. She's very quiet, but she's very interesting, and she's very cool. Like, I don't know, something about the way Lauren just like goes about her life, and her sense of humor is just very, very cool and very fun and pleasant to be around. So I really like Lauren's personality. Danny is like my baby, I feel like. Even though Danny is 17, she's not a baby, but when I look at her, I just see like this little girl that I want to take care of and just like always be there for her, because I just care about Danny so much. And when Danny's sad, it's like the whole world crumbles. And I don't know. What I like about Danny is that she's a very like loving, caring person. She has an amazing heart of gold. She's freaking hilarious, and she has a great sense of humor. She's very like passionate and spicy, and just has like, I mean, all my sisters have really, really good personalities. They're all so different. But I feel like Danny and I have a special connection, because we have this weird thing that's been happening for the past like year or two, where we keep going through the exact same things with boys at the exact same time. So I literally like, we call each other and just like recap what happens for like an hour after. It's so weird. But yeah, that's what I like about dating. The short answer to that question is their personalities, because I love all my sisters' personalities. They're so different, but everyone is so special and everyone like is so herself. Also, because it's almost Thanksgiving, I feel like I should talk about my brothers too, because they're equally as important as my sisters. You guys know my sisters more because of like our videos, but I also have 5 brothers. They're pretty freaking special. My older brother, Michael, is the most outgoing person. He's so like friendly and people oriented and like an amazing salesperson. He's also been there for me for some like random times that were like very, very helpful. And he's given me advice in like a moment when it was so needed and so clear. So I appreciate him like being there for me at times when I really needed it. My brother Alex is younger than me. He's 21 and he is literally one of my best friends like in the world. I love Alex so much. We have the best deep talks. He has a heart of gold. He like treats me so well. He's just like honestly the most. Alex is just very insightful and very wise, and he's given me a lot of advice when I really needed it, and he's just like very generous with me. Like he gives me a lot of time, a lot of advice, and just like love. Christian is 15 and he's just like, I don't know, my heart like aches when I think of him because I love him so much. I mean, that's how I feel about all my siblings, but Christian's just a very special person. Like he's really, really smart. He's really like funny and interesting and like talented and just like mysterious, and he knows who he is and he's unapologetic about it. And Christian, I want so badly for him to like just live a very deeply fulfilling life, which I know he will, and all my siblings too. But Christian just, he gets me in the heart. And then Nick is so special. I feel like I'm saying that about all of them, but like they all are. And Nick is just like, I can't even. Nick has a heart of gold. Nick is just like, he's so insightful. He's so emotionally intelligent for a 13. No, wait, he just turned 14 a couple months ago. 14-year-old. He's really caring. He's really funny. He roasts people a lot. He has like a sassy shell, but on the inside, he's just like extremely caring and heartfelt and empathetic. And then Joey, the youngest, Joey and I have a really special connection. We're very similar. We're actually the only people in our family that have the same personality type in the Myers-Briggs, which is ENFP. And Joey's just like, he's really funny. He's like a really cool kid. He's really fun to be with. He makes our family so much more fun. I honestly couldn't think of a better person to like complete our family as like the last child. So he's just really special. Honestly, all my siblings are so special. I'm so lucky. I don't know how I got lucky to have 10 people that are so basically that's honestly my answer every year when you say like, what are you thankful for Thanksgiving this year? Even though I have amazing friends and I love my job, I love music, I love writing, like I love the place I live, Tennessee, I love my car, I love my bed. There's a lot of things I'm grateful for, but I honestly think my siblings will probably always be like at the top of the list. Maybe when I get married, that'll be like my husband will join, but my siblings are just like the most special people in the world to me, and I love them more than anything. So happy Thanksgiving, guys. I'm so excited to eat pumpkin pie tomorrow with my siblings. Yay! Hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. And also, Christina was saying that last year she checked a bunch of your guys' stories on here that we were following to see what you guys were doing, and it was really fun. So I might do that tomorrow. So I'll see you guys on your stories.